like the new first me pray for them like Jacob's design. Mama, me dia go get ninya me pecha dai. Too much anger yent me beauty ye pecha dai. Yeah, ni a break oh ye pecha ye pecha dai.
Every one of you to give birth to your hope again. Before I'm leaving here, that will be the capital that I'm leaving with every one of you. You know, Africa has a big disease that is bringing all of us down. And guess what that disease is? Seriously, this disease is more than any disease. Guess what that disease is? Alright. Some are saying poverty. Some are saying are you saying like economy or Alright. I'll tell you what that disease is. It's fear. Fear is a big disease. Whenever you're scared, you will never reach the heights. You will never reach the goal, the limits. Fear is the only thing that restricts you. And guess what? There's one thing that is stronger than fear, and that's hope. And that's why I came here to give it to you. I came back as an African that I stand for one continent, one nation, one race, and one people. My people is my wealth. You are the reason why I keep getting richer and richer and wealthier and wealthier. Because when I look at some of you and I see poverty and I see sadness and I see weakness, then you make me want to work harder. You make me want to think harder. Because you have become a part of my responsibility. That I want to become an example for you. Let you know that it's possible. You can do it. What I'm doing, you can do it. We have the human resources. We have the mineral resources. We have the natural resources. Do you know why they're called resources? Come on. These three things are the greatest things. Sorry, DJ the producer, can you just play the video and mute the voice behind the video? I'll be speaking over the video, but the video is talking about the buildings I'm building now, the commercial projects I do, the residential projects I do, the industrial projects I do, the national projects I do. I will break that down to you very soon. I'll break that down for you very soon. But first, I want to start with how I started my life. I was living in an area very close to this place called Asupa. And my mother, that's me just saw Kwame. She was the woman I grew up with. So I grew up with a mother without a father at home. And I want to tell you guys this. When a woman raises a man, it's not the same as when a man and a woman raising a man. You know, you lose something. But you know, it's good sometimes to lose something. That's when you start going out there looking for what is missing in you. And you're going to find something that will bring you happiness. You know, happiness is something that we're looking for. And it's momentarily. And every time you find what makes you happy, you're only happy for a few moments. Then you go about your business again and again and do the same thing. But I always knew that poverty was a curse. For me, that's how I saw it. Yes! And I needed to turn it around. So for those of you who have misunderstood cheddar and think cheddar is cheese, but truly cheese is cheddar, you are about to figure out the alter egos, the spiritual character, that courage, that knowledge, that that makes us make the impossible become possible. When you want to turn poverty into curse, it's one of the hardest work. Because those who have accepted that they be cursed will never find the cure until they realize that they're supposed to search for a solution that will replace the curse. That gift, God gave it to me this very moment, I even want to thank God for putting me in front of all of you. There wasn't a day I was expecting to see a lot of people who are thinking alike like me, who are going to become like me, who like me for who I have become. I just want to thank God this moment. So I started by fearing God. I used to be a Sunday school church boy, you know, but I always checked my numbers right. I remember there was a Sunday school teacher that used me for a Jesus Christ play. Yes. And we made a lot of money because I put my heart into the acting. I did it very well. Everyone gave us money, you know. And after all the money, some other women called me on the side and said, "Hey, why are you artists?" And they put some money in my pocket. So I thought that was mine. And I went to give it to my mother, and she slapped me and said, "You don't take any money from the church." So I went to argue to the woman, the Sunday school teacher, the woman, the money that she received. And I said, my mother said I should bring you the money. So she took it. Then I asked the woman, so what are we going to use all this money for? And she told me that we are going to sew clothes with it. We're going to do things for the Sunday school people. And I was very happy. This woman, she had had a fresh baby. And I waited for week 1. Week 2, week 3, week 4. The money is not coming. The clothes is not coming. Nothing is coming. And then about 3 months, that's when I realized the power in the money. I was very young, so I realized that when money goes into people's hands, it doesn't come back again. Guess what I learned from that? I decided to get my own. Because I knew that even in the church, when God puts the money in your pockets, it can still come out and go into someone's hands, and it will never come back to you. So money is a different thing that all those who are looking for money in this world cannot chase the money. You chase the money, you're only going to get a little bit of it. But one thing that I want you to keep with you that attracts money is wisdom. Now, that's the first thing I pray for every morning. Then after that, I ask for knowledge. Then I ask for understanding. Then I ask for courage. These 4 things before everything. But now I'm talking about 2 things. Money and wisdom. Money is a woman. Yes. Well, you want to make money? You told me to come and share my success story with you. So I'm giving you the code. For those that understand the value of money, will always know what life is worth. Now, Sika, the Dada, the Kokoro, the Shosuye, the Krani, na the Cheli, the Bio, the Casa, what is this? Obviously, well, my friend Prakash, who is a prophet here, that gave me one of my best quotes for this talk. He said, skip the noise and obey the voice. Get up so they can see it. It's your man here. So, and Prof was speaking yesterday in this room, so I'm sure a lot of you read him already. Now, you want to be able to use money as a second priority, not the first. It's very important, but please make it a second priority. I'm going to tell you what you need as a first priority. Now, I know all of you love your lives, but this life does not belong to us. So when I was 16, I surrendered my life and I said, God, you give life, you take control of the life. Whatever you want to do with it, you do with it. But there's one thing I want you to give it to me. And that is that one thing I'm going to share with you. That one thing that I ask God for is my time. And I want your time to be your first priority. Even if you believe in God, all He's asking you for is your time. It is not the church you're going to. It is not the Bible you're reading. Truly, it's the full time. That 1 minute, 1 hour, 30 minutes that you've given to Him. That time is where He sees the value for. Now let's get into the money. What do you think makes you the money? It's the time. Your 8 hours will pay you, or somebody will pay for your 8 hours. And I think most of you in the university now, your mother, your father is paying for your 8 hours. When you finish, you're going to be educating yourself, and then after education, you get a job. 8 hours. 8 hours, they're going to pay you. Now, why do people get paid for 8 hours 5 times a week, and then they go to church for 2 hours in a week, and it's already long for you, but you work 40 hours or 50 hours a week to get paid? So already I want you, some of you, to understand that we worship money than we believe even in ourselves. Everybody is trying so hard to make this money, and they don't even get to make enough of it. Listen, I am wealthy. I am wealthy. My wealth is not just riches. My wealth is wisdom, is knowledge, is grace, is glory, is different types of ornaments. And it brings me money, it brings me love, it brings me assets, properties, ideas. Changing the world, changing the community. Now, this is what I call wealth. This is the kind of hope I want you to start to build for yourself. With the time that you have. With the time that you have. Now, I know that most of you are wondering, why is this guy talking about time? I want to break it down some more for you. Let's just say that you came to this world and you're going to live for 70 years or 80 years. I want to break down this time for you, and so you can understand why time is so important. Let's calculate the 70 years. Your first 5 years, you know nothing. Your last 5 years, you know everything, but you can't do anything. That's one decade gone. Now, everybody sleeps at least 4 to 6 hours a day. So your 60 years that you have left, you're going to sleep 2 decades out of it. Listen carefully. This is your 70 years. 30 years is gone already, because you will not be active. You will be sleeping. Or you'll be crawling, or you'll be dribbling. Okay? So now we have 4 decades. But who will start will be a rock. I will not do that with money. I told you, money is a woman. You cannot disrespect a woman. Why am I saying this? You people should remember that the same hole that all of us came from as a woman, even as men, we are all trying to get back in there. The path is the same. So you have to be serious about it. You have to be serious. You're getting the point. Are you getting the point? Aha. Acquire. We can't go free. We can't block it. Listen to the voice, because before you can even discover any opportunity, you will not see it. But he who that looks into crisis, when they go into the crisis, they will start selling opportunities. Because opportunity will never come in your face. You need to discover it. And please, all the problems that we are having yesterday, tomorrow, it can become a great opportunity for you all in this room. Now back to the time that I'm talking about, because it's very important to me. I want to wrap up with you with time. It's one of the things that I want you to keep with you when I leave here. Left 4 decades. Let's minus these 21 years of education from it. Minus all the education you have. So 21 years out of the 40, you actually have 19 years. That is if you get to see 70 years. To build a house, to buy a car, to become as rich, to do this, to do that, to do that. Ask yourself if your time is enough. 19 years. You want to become as big as Bill Gates? 19 years is what you have. But I'm going to show you something. How I did the 19 years worth my while. And you're going to love it. So I realized that I started by checking the 70 years in months. It was 700 and something months. That's how quick life is. That wasn't enough. So I decided to break the months down into weeks, that I had some good time on my hand. So when I brought it into minutes, that's when I started to value myself, what I'm worth every minute. I had to cut a price on myself. You would not understand this very moment I've come to share with you here. It's worth millions for me. It might not be that much for you, but some people are going to become millionaires when they leave here with this interaction. Your time, it's very important, but only when you lose it. Because once you have time, you have something called freedom. It's free. Well, you might not be using it right. I mean, what I'm telling you, I'm trying to tell you that before you leave here, you're going to understand that money truly is a woman. I mean, how you want to define a woman and time. When you see you lose time over a woman, it hits you. You go to spend time with a woman, it touches you. You can have a child with one woman and you spend the rest of your life serving that woman, that child, your house. Go start there. What were you looking for? Money. to take care of your wife, to take care of your children, to take care of your mother, doctor, insurance, school fees, clothes, watch, cheddar. It's a powerful movement. It's a very, very powerful movement with money. But guess what? I overcame one of the biggest, most highly demanded aspect of this world is money. I'm telling you, anyone that gets money and misuses it, they don't get it again. In that same source, it's not going to come. God will give it to you again. He'll give you another chance, and you do the same. Then God will know that Akwawe or Yakwa. So he push you aside. He's always going to put the money in the hands of people who know how to handle it well, who know how to share it proportionally, and who know how to give it to the needy and not those who want. As I was saying about the money aspect and the woman aspect, it's going to be the main topic today because I've realized that education, working jobs, businesses, getting married, having children, everything evolves around it. I think all of you are in the university because you want to educate yourself so you can become successful. Right? Well, I think I'm going to share some quotes with you guys today that success comes with codes. How it's around yourself, around you and the people who are coming towards you, the people that you have access to. I know for sure that some of these buildings that you're seeing here are buildings that I built. But I know, please, before I go, I'm going to have a good 20 minutes for Q&As. I'm going to take questions from you guys. And I'm going to give you some answers and some suggestions as well from you guys. I'm going to take it with me. But I only have 2 minutes to wrap up about money and time. Then I tell you a little more about my success story. Because for me, since I left the riches to go to wealth, I saw a different picture. And soon as I got the wealth, that's when I got the most haters and enemies. I had a lot of friends when I was rich. A rich man will have friends. Even if you don't like them, they will come. But when you start to build wealth, you see, the friends, they're like birds. They start to go away. Because you guys are not on the same level anymore. The people that work the hardest, some of those people are masons. I built a lot of buildings, and I look at the masons' job as their hardest job, where they have to carry about 50,000 blocks and keep laying it and plastering it for a fraction of money. And the guy that thought of finding the right architect, the right engineer, the right bankers, the right buyers, the right workers, they sit down and they watch their plans, their blueprints. They walk in like the boss. Walking, they mingle with the people, keep them happy so they can keep doing what they do best for you. But before you know, you would accumulate wealth. This came. So after building wealth, one would have think that that's all you need. No, not for freedom, Jacob Caesar.
I never get enough. I'm not here. I want to be remembered. I want my absence to be felt. I want my children to mention my name, or my grandchildren, and when they mention my name, they say, come in, sit down. What can we do for you? I want to be like a Rockefeller. I want to be like a Mansa Musa. My dream is not limited. I want to go all the way to the top. Nobody is stopping me. You don't want to go? Stay there. But me, I'm going all the way to the top. That's the kind of spirit I have. They used to call us that we are poor. They used to say we were black. I had to show white people that black people are intelligent, that black people are smart, that black people can make money, black people can build wealth. And you know what? It's just the beginning. They have not witnessed 20% of this wisdom and knowledge that God has bestowed upon me. This courage. These people have not seen anything yet, because I'm about to show the Western world. I am about to show the Western world that we are taking it to a different level now in wealth building. Just a year ago, I had to exit again the wealth building. Please, they need water. And did you say water? Did you say water? Why is water not in this room? They should bring water. Everyone should have water. Please. You guys heard me. Water is life. Please, I'll be very grateful if you can share water for the people here. Sorry, forgive us. Now, can I go on? Can I go on? So, last year, I had to exit. You know, because of what I told you about time, I exit, and every 10 years, I change myself. If I don't change my name, I change my ways. If I don't change my ways, I change my pockets completely. There have to be a change. Change is necessary. Now, as of last year, I decided that I am tired of building wealth now, because if I'm the only one who is building these buildings, buying these cars, and I wanted to encourage, motivate, inspire the youth to do what I'm doing, I've already done enough to tell my story. So I decided to exit to the next door and the next move. And guess what? I discovered legacy is the only thing about riches, is the only thing about wealth. That simple thought gave birth to the new force. I'm going to repeat that. That thought of legacy gave birth to the new force. Now, check the maps, right? So, when I think they're sharing water. I think they're sharing water. Food. Huh? Oh, I heard that water is not allowed inside here. But wait. But you guys, know that there's going to be snacks. I know that there's going to be water and everything, right? All right. No, wait. There's chicken, there's everything. Okay. Listen. Please. I just wanna acknowledge my two older sisters who just walked in here, and they're sitting in the crowd. For the sake of them, I have my first grandnephew and grandniece. So let's give it up to them. My tree's growing, you know. Thank you. I also didn't expect that a day will come that they will have to visit an auditorium whilst I'm sharing one of my speeches, you know. But I want to go back to our conversation when I moved from riches to wealth and to legacy. I want to break it down for you. What happens? There are three things that we're going to chase in this world. And when you chase your destiny, you're going to leave a legacy. When you chase wealth, you're going to leave a will. But when you chase riches, you're going to leave a bill. I'm going to repeat it again. When you chase your destiny, you will leave legacy. But when you chase wealth, you will leave a will for your children. They will have something from you. But when you chase riches, because they fly away when you're not alive, you will leave a bill. You will owe people when you die, even though they thought you were rich. So today, I know that some of you are looking for money and it's going to become riches. Please don't stay there. Once you see the riches escalate, move to the next step. When you see the wealth, don't enjoy it too much. Build the wealth, but after that, move to the next one. That's your legacy. And I can guarantee everyone in this room that they can leave a legacy. Once they have a hope to move up, they can leave a legacy. Ghana is going to have people like us growing up to leave a legacy. Today, my legacy has started from the new force. And I know a lot of people have questions for that. My 20 minutes of Q&A will give me time to answer your questions. But in the meantime, I want to tell you what is new force. That you guys want to find out about it? Oh, interesting. Well, I just want to tell you that I did not come here to politic. Because I'm not a politician, I am a leader. I am a leader. I'll say it again. I am a leader. And I'm going to tell you the difference between me and a politician. You see, a politician moves with a program, but a leader moves with a vision. A politician wants to be elected so he can become a president or a minister. A leader simply wants to build a generation, a nation. The mind is made. Politicians might come with promises. They will promise you with a lot of things. I don't like promises. I mean, the only promise I gave was my wife. I bought her a promise ring.
And even that, I told her that if she doesn't make her mind quicker, I will take it back and sell it again because it was expensive. So she made her mind up. But even though a politician will come to you with promises, always remember this. A leader is anyone with a purpose. When you have a purpose, your enemies, they will look at you like you can't do it. Your friends, they will talk behind your back. They will call you a joker. Sometimes even your mom or your dad will tell you that who told you you can do what you're saying. But let the purpose be fulfilled. Let the purpose lead you. That is what I have come with. I've come with a purpose to build a nation, a purpose to give you an aim, a purpose to make sure that the vision for industrializing this country is fulfilled. I just thought that why are we just going backwards? How come every country in this world, they have built their country by industrializing the country? That's how everybody gets jobs. I will recommend a series for any of you to watch. It's called The Man Who Built America. Has anyone seen it in this room? No? Alright, so The Man Who Built America is Andrew Carnegie, Rockefeller, J.P. Morgan, and Henry Ford. Now, America was not America until these four people ignited industrialization. Rockefeller was selling kerosene at that time. Yes, that's all he sold, kerosene. And at that time, everybody was buying kerosene to get a flame, like a light, because there were no lights in the world. And then J.P. Morgan, whose father was a banker, who was forcing J.P. Morgan to become a banker. But J.P. Morgan had a different vision and a different purpose. He wanted to become an investor. And so J.P. Morgan was the guy who kept Thomas Edison in a room for over 18 months trying to get a light. This guy had another worker with him called Nicholas Tesla. And Thomas Edison was the one that managed to create the light for this world after trying 11,000 times. Eventually, when the light came to this world, everything changed. That was in early 19s. Everything started moving faster. There was another young guy whose name was Henry Ford, and he only had 3 cars. And they used to laugh at him because everybody was riding horses. When the light came, within 3 years, there were hundreds of thousands of cars. There were millions of lights. There were businesses everywhere. Growth came with speed. This is the vision I see with Africa. That when industrialization comes, everything will start to change. Everything will be growing with speed. We will build millions of buildings in just a few years. The deficit is too much. It's 1.8 million people in this country. They are homeless. There's 14.2 million people between disabled and the able. No jobs. No jobs. And all we have to do is to build plants in each region that can start employing and providing tens of thousands of jobs. There are minerals, resources in every region except for Accra. Every other region. And we checked. You know I like money, right? So I have to check my numbers. I checked all of it. When I put all the numbers together, 4.7 trillion Ghana. That's how much money you have. Listen, I mean, let's not talk for this, but I want to let you understand that 4.7, I've seen some party people in there, and you know, we are not even giving them any room to get back in again. You know why? Because when you are young, you're strong, you're focused, your blood is fresh. When you're old, you're wise, you're relaxed, but your blood is old. You can have any pressure on it. So the time has come that we need fresh young blood. We need jobs, but we need a system that can make you buy a house on a mortgage. A system that can make you pay for a car that you're working. That is average. Your salary should be average. I believe in a middle income society. I believe in fairness. If we really want to be fair to our people, then I don't think some of you are going to spend these 21 years, I said, to educate yourself, and after that you get a job for 3,000 cedis. No, I'm serious. Now, I don't agree with it because, you know, I have 4 children and I have a lot of nieces and nephews, and the school fees is very expensive, but also the living, the food that we feed them with, the transportation. So if I have 4 children, and let's say I'm paying $2,000 for them to go to a private school, okay? Every term. Now they used to say the term is 3 months. They say 2 months. Then they send them home. Then they take the money again. So if you calculate the money for 4 children, maybe some nieces and nephews, when you add it, can be 4 or 5. When you calculate the money, by the time they finish college, for 4 children, that kind of money, you would have invested over $10 billion. Which is about 120 million Ghana. Yes, for 4 or 5 children that you're sending them to private school. Then after, you might want to send them outside. Say go and get education in Harvard or something like we always do, that we're not supposed to, but we have to do it. Now when they go there and come back, that's another 4 or 5 million for the 4 children. So you invest 15 million. Your whole life to raise 5 children and some nieces or nephews. I guess you believe that you're investing in them. Now, if all of these people come back to Ghana and they got a job and they have to pay them $80,000, which is 4,000 Ghana a month, would you take that money for your investment after you put 14 change the dynamics, the economics. Put the numbers in the form. It doesn't matter whether it's MTN, Vodafone, whatever. I will respond to you myself. Welcome to the new York. And we want to be in touch with you. We want you to be part of us. We are using technology for our campaign, great strategy, the new mindset, and when we're in touch with you, we want you to be in touch with us. I want to say a big thank you to the organizers, to the audience, KNUST! I want to see a lot of you, girls, with the clear for me. And I know today you're going to hold your hope. And no more fear. Let's all move together, build one nation, one country, and one people. I love you all. Thank you. Let's go.